All right, so hello and welcome. In this week's episode, I'm going to talk to you about creating lines. That's what we're working on in week 4 of the 6-week Latin Piano Intensive. All right, so now we're working on Blue Bossa, and this is the section that goes over the D minor 7 flat 5 chord to the G7 flat 9 to the C minor 7. This section right in here, right? And what I've done is I've created this line, and it's built off of the raw materials that we were talking about in week 3. So in week 3, we were talking about how there are basically 3 scales that you need, and you could really kind of reduce that even down to 2 scales to improvise over Blue Bossa. And that's basically your C natural minor scale and your D flat major scale. Those 2 scales right there, you can improvise over the entire song. I also add in the G7 altered scale to play over that G7 chord. You could also do a G7 half whole diminished scale if you wanted to, but really just focusing on those 3 scales, that's really all that you need. So I've created a line here utilizing those scales. And what I was talking about in the lesson, and just to summarize it quickly here, is that when you go to, like, say, write a story, right? Well, what are you going to do? You're going to use words. That's your raw material. So if we relate that to music, that's our scales. That's our raw material, right? So we're going to pull from that raw material, and then we're going to take those words and we're going to form them into sentences, right? And then we take those sentences and we make paragraphs, and there's our story from there. So how does that relate to improvisation? Well, with improvisation, we have our raw material of our notes of the scale that we know that works over those chords that we're playing. So now what we're going to start to do is we're going to start to create lines, all right? And what is a line? It's exactly what you see in front of you. It's a couple of measures, maybe one measure, maybe even a half a measure. It could be a short line, it could be a long line, but it's just a string of notes, right? Some people might think of it as a lick, but usually a lick is a little bit different. A lick is usually a lot shorter than a line. An improvised line usually has a nice arc to it. You could see here we're kind of going up, we're going down, right? So the arc of this line, you can see it goes up, goes down, comes back up, down, up, right? So you see some wave there, right? You see that curve. And that's what you're looking for typically in a good line, is that it's not just going straight up or straight down. Of course, there's always, exceptions to every rule, right? But by and large, when you're starting to create, think about that shape of that line pulling from that raw materials. Right, so now the other thing I was talking about in the week 4 lesson is notice what notes I'm starting on and what notes I am targeting, right? So you see here, I'm using that D as the starting note on a D minor 7 flat 5. I'm starting on a chord tone. When I go to the G7 flat 9 chord, well, what am I hitting here? I'm hitting a B natural, right? That's the third of my G7 flat 9 chord. It really helps to define the sound of the chord. And then when I go to the C minor, what am I hitting here? I'm hitting the third once again. That's a third of the C minor. So the notes that you hit in your improvised line on the downbeat when the chord sounds are very important, right? So you really want to pay attention to what note you hit when the chord is hitting, right? So when the G7 chord hits, I hit the B natural. When the C minor chord hits, I hit the E flat, okay? When the D minor chord hits, I'm starting on the D. Here's the line. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the line. I'm going to do it just like the practice actions in the 6-week intensive. We're the first online piano lesson website to do these practice actions. I tell you, students absolutely love them because it's me just being quiet and you just practice along with me. All right, so let's go ahead and put on the iReal Pro track. I'm going to put it down to 80 beats per minute just to make sure that it's not too fast for you. Okay, all of the fingering, all that stuff we go through in the lesson. Right now, let's just go ahead and play it. I'm going to do it 4 times. Awesome job. All right, so now if you like that rhythm going on in the left hand, that kind of bossa nova comping rhythm, I talk about that in my Super Samba lesson, okay, or sorry, Summer Samba lesson, which you can get back over at Jazzedge Academy, right? So. Right, so you can take a look at that. This is great for getting down that that rhythm. All right, so now let's make it a little bit faster. Let's go up to 100 beats per minute. Okay, let's play this again. This time we'll just do it 2 times. One more time. And in the full lesson, I talk about how you can do that triple chromatic there, coming right on down to that D. It's kind of a nice sound. We also talk about how you could do. Whoops. This is a tricky one, fingering wise. But how you could play the right hand and the left hand together at the same time. It's a great way of working out your linear technique of your left hand. If you have a stiff left hand, you want to really kind of loosen up that left hand and be able to play more lines with it. This is a great technique. So do the same line, right? But do it melody, hands together. Here we go. You gotta really think about the fingering on this one. And the other thing is, once you get to that whole note, you can add your own improv. All right, so anyway, that's creating lines. It's a lot of fun, and it's really just a great way of approaching improvisation. It makes it a lot easier to come up with stuff that's going to work for you. Anyway, I look forward to working with you, and if you're interested, take a look at that 6-week Latin piano intensive back at Jazzedge Academy. I'll see you in the next lesson.